For U.S. Senate, we have Ibrahim Taher from Oregon. We have Madeline Hoffman from New Jersey, and Harry Berger running for a U.S. House in New York. We're going to start with Ibrahim. Welcome. And why are you running for U.S. Senate in Oregon?
Well, thank you for having me, and thank you for organizing this. I'm running for the U.S. Senate in Oregon because they have three major issues, and those issues, unfortunately, is not being presented by most of the parties that are active in the political scene in the country. Number one is our foreign policy, which is tied to a lot of issues, including economy and environment. Right now, we have about 800 military bases around the world. Our military budget exceeds 1 trillion every year. 56% of our tax dollars goes to the directly to the Pentagon. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of economy. And away from the economy, the legality of what we're doing, the foreign policy, the actions that we're taking are condemned by international law. And most of the time, it violates the Declaration of the Human Rights. And unfortunately, as I said, it is absent from the political scene. As we see, the federal government is dominated by two major parties, Democrats and Republicans, and both of them are supportive of our imperialism. That's a huge issue. It involves a lot, and it is absent. So this is one. Two, our economy is getting now globalized, centralized, and the meaning of having a centralized economy is few people can control the lives of millions of peoples. In this case, you know, we have only 100 people, wealthy people here in the country who have wealth equivalent to 50% of the whole world. That's a huge power, and it is concentrated in the hands of few. This is why we have a lot of problems when we talk about the money in politics. We're talking about people who have influence, and they have influence because of their money. And this is because of policies that they were taken that centralized that money. And now we could see in the latest stimulus bill, there's like the biggest theft for the people's money and tax dollars money. You know, now 41% of small businesses, local businesses, are gone because of policies that were taken. So it means more concentration of power and wealth. This is a huge issue. If we were talking about income inequality before this crisis, now we should really be worried about it. And it is absent, if you can notice, from the federal discussion. It is absent, this concentration of power. And I think most of you know the new NAFTA, the USMCA, was signed just last March, while the people were distracted by the impeachment trials. They signed it and passed it and ratified it into law. And you know, the new NAFTA, how many jobs and how many concentration of wealth happened from before. So this is a huge issue.